Hi everyone, my name is Sky, that is Jack Skellington, and today's video is about feminism, non-binary folks, and how you can be an ally to non-binary people. For those of you who don't know, I identify as agender, which means no gender. I identify as trans, I am transitioning surgically and hormonally, and I also identify as non-binary since having no gender is definitely off the binary scale. So, about feminism. Feminism is problematic in its very title, since it suggests that the movement is just for women, especially African American feminists. I thought I'd stipulate that. But non-binary black people need more airtime than fiery female black feminists. With some women, there's an us against the world mentality, and everyone who isn't a woman is automatically the enemy. Excuse me, but I'm not the enemy. I'm actually more marginalized, more dehumanized, and more erased than any woman. At least society believes women exist. Not so for me. Non-binary people are erased by language every day. Quote, whenever a person does his or her taxes, ... is a sentence that doesn't include me. Also, where are the non-binary sections of clothing stores? Where are the non-binary toiletries? Non-binary menstrual products? For fuck's sake, do I have to try and invent everything to accommodate non-binary people? Perhaps I do. Try to stop me. I don't hate all women. Do you think that misogyny has no effect on me? Have you seen what I look like lately? I was assigned female at birth. That's 1 strike against me from the start. Black, 2 strikes. Trans, 3 strikes. Non-binary, 4 strikes. Women need to quit acting like they're the only ones oppressed and stop acting like all non-women are against them and can't be allies. Ideally, I'd like humanity to move beyond gender. To me, gender is like a wound that never heals because people keep picking off the scab as soon as it starts forming. A gross analogy, I know, but I think gender's gross. What I mean is, when any little tidbit of non-binary information gets out, society is back to picking that scab by making laws in an attempt to shove us back into the gender binary. For those of us who are U.S. citizens, bathroom bills? Does that ring a bell? But you can't shove me back. I want that wound to heal. Folks are afraid to let that wound heal. As if the fabric of space and time will tear apart if they don't hold on tightly to the gender binary. Psst, it won't. The fabric of space and time don't give a shit about your binary, cis, heteronormative rules and regulations. Or any other puny human construct, to be honest. Letting go of the gender binary helps me feel more relaxed and free. Trying to assert my manhood back in the days when I identified as a man often left me feeling stressed out and unhappy. So I started thinking, why bother with gender at all? Why not just be genderless and free? However, it's hard to live apart from gender in an overly genderized world. A world that displays cis-hetero-binariness as the norm. It's hard to explain to people what to call me because they want to femalize me as soon as they see me. With things like, hey sister, or girl. I'm not supposed to punch people in the face when they stamp me as female, am I? I'm supposed to try and see things from their point of view and show patience and mercy. But I've been out as trans for almost 7 years, and I'm tired of showing patience and mercy. I wish people would try to see my point of view and not expect me to bow down to the dominant culture as if I should apologize for being me. The dominant culture should apologize to non-binary people for spending millennia trying to force us into conforming to their damn binary by telling us that we have to transition and blend in seamlessly with the normals to keep any gender nonconformity in the shadows, out of sight, out of mind, so they don't have to think about it. So, in conclusion, equality is not just for women. Non-binary people are people. Learn to be a true ally to non-binary people. If you want some guidance on how to be a true ally, here are some tips. Number 1, learn to get used to being uncomfortable. When you advocate for a person who, for example, identifies as Maverick, prepare yourself to have cis people stare at you like you're crazy. Number 2, be mindful of the way language erases non-binary folks. Like with the ladies and gentlemen or him or her stuff. Number 3, if you're in a position where you can make public accommodations gender neutral, then go for it. Number 4, remember that misogyny affects non-binary and gender non-conforming people too. Number 5, quit picking that scab by going back to binary enforcement. Time and space will not tear asunder. Number 6, you don't have to feel sorry for non-binary people. Some of us are happy and comfortable in our identities despite society's opposition. And number 7, share this video with cis peeps or any folks who would benefit from this information.